Mr. Trump and the Trump Organization repeatedly and persistently manipulated the value of assets to induce banks to lend money to the Trump Organization on more favorable terms than would otherwise have been available to the company.
That is New York State Attorney General Letitia James announcing a sweeping civil lawsuit against former President Donald Trump, accusing the former president of lying to lenders to get better loan terms and inflating his net worth. The lawsuit includes his children, Ivanka, Don Jr., Eric Trump, and the Trump Organization. Former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi joining us live now to break this all down. Thanks so much for joining us, Pam. It's always good to see you.
You too.
So this lawsuit here is seeking $250 million, also attempting to bar the Trumps from doing business in New York, among other things. Those would be the bigger headlines in it. President Trump has responded on Truth Social, saying this is a witch hunt. This, as you know, is an investigation going on for 3 years by Attorney General Letitia James. What do you make of this lawsuit?
Well, and Sean, it's even gone on longer than 3 years. Here's what's happened. When you're an attorney general, you have a duty and obligation to be impartial and not be biased. And if you are, you recuse yourself from a case. And that's whether you're close and you like someone on the opposite side, or in this case, whether you despise the person on the opposite side. And that's what's happened here. When she ran for office, we've all seen that video she posted. I couldn't believe it, that she said she ran on the platform in New York. If I am elected, I am going to get Donald Trump. She was interviewed. I don't know if you remember seeing that, Sean. She was interviewed at a campaign stop, actually outside a voting area. And she said, I'm coming after Donald Trump with everything I've got. That's before she even looked at one single document, one subpoena. She wasn't even Attorney General. She pledged to try to destroy the President of the United States, and that's what she's continuing to do. So she should not be on this case, nor should any of her staff, because she is the Attorney General. And the president's right. It is a witch hunt. It's been a witch hunt from before she was even in office.
You serving under in the same capacity in a different state.
Yeah.
You look at this case. Does this go to trial? Does Trump pay $250 million and not operate business in New York State ever again? Does that actually happen?
You know, of course, I'm not a lawyer on this case, but I can't see that happening given what we know, given that they have been after Donald Trump and his children, by the way, from day one. They have been relentless. You know, this has gone on 3 years, millions and millions of documents that they've subpoenaed, and this is what they've got. The valuation of properties, really? I cannot see it going anywhere. She's going to keep trying. That woman, Letitia James, is going to do everything she can because that's what she promised, to destroy Donald Trump and to destroy his family. But the American people don't buy it, and they understand that this truly is a witch hunt. She has been after him. She will continue to go after him. And, you know, it's just a shame with all the crime. Think about all the crime. She's the Attorney General. The crime in the city of New York is through the roof. It is skyrocketing. Yet this is what she's devoting all of her top attorneys to. She's the chief law enforcement officer. She should be out there fighting crime, trying to keep the streets safe, trying to help all the district's attorneys. That's what I did when I was Attorney General. You fought for public safety, and instead she has a vendetta, and she's trying to carry that out.
Again, as you pointed out, Trump called it a witch hunt. I would point out that Bill Barr, former AG as well under President Trump, said this seems to be political. She is in her own race. Many may not know it is a neck-and-neck race right now, and this news has come out some 40 days from the elections. Okay, I'll move to this final topic. Trump, not the only Republican being sued. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Pam, in your state, facing a lawsuit against him from the illegal migrants who were flown to Martha's Vineyard, claiming they were tricked into going. What do you make of this lawsuit? Again, someone coming over, breaking the laws of America, using the laws of America to sue the governor of the state.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite frivolous lawsuits. So as a former Attorney General of Florida, first of all, I think Governor DeSantis is going to enjoy some immunity on this case. I don't think it's going to get anywhere. But yeah, so you have these people who came into our country illegally. They had nothing. They traveled through states. I think some of them were living under bridges, living in tents, when they were taken by private jet, fed, nice accommodations, taken to Martha's Vineyard. And I've been blessed to have been to Martha's Vineyard. It's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen in my life. And I think their complaint is, well, we thought we were going to Boston and not Martha's Vineyard. Well, that's like saying I thought I was going to Queens, but I ended up in the Hamptons. They were in a sanctuary city by all accounts. And, you know, they're acting like they sent 450 people there. It was 48 people, 48 people. They were welcomed. They had food given to them. They had plenty of shelter. Martha's Vineyard is a beautiful place, virtually no crime. So it's one of the safest places in America. Yet what did they do? Instead of trying to care for them and help them, they shipped them off to a military base. So it's like saying, oh, you know, we're going to have a party at our house and we invite you. But then when you show up, we don't want you anymore. And that's what's happening. And I think Governor DeSantis gave them a better life, a much better life, by sending them to Martha's Vineyard. This lawsuit isn't going to go anywhere either. But Sean, that's what's happening. It's all these litigious groups, probably led by Soros, Bloomberg money, going after our conservative governors, former presidents, lawmakers throughout our country. And they're not going to stop. But, you know, we have really strong lawmakers who are going to stand up to them, and they're not going to back down either.
That is former Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi joining us live. Pam, it's always a pleasure. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate that.
Great to see you.
All right.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the truth. No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.